Live from the Fox 43 studios, this is Fox 43 News at 10. Your late news an hour earlier.
I miss my son.
He didn't have a ballpoint pen in his pocket when them 9mm.
Would have been his 20th birthday. Friends and family gathered to remember the man shot and killed on the campus of Norfolk State University.
Spray-painted swastikas, Heil Hitler.
Plus, for the second time in less than a week, a local Jewish teenager is the target of a possible hate crime. First on Fox tonight, new information on a deadly whale-watching trip. A 3-year-old Norfolk boy was killed, and now the family's attorney says the boat's captain may be to blame for it. Riker Hamilton was with his family in Hawaii last week when the boat they were on encountered a whale. Hamilton hit his head on the boat railing and died. Fox 43's Kay Young joins us now with the latest on this tragic accident. Kay.
David, the information that's coming out of Hawaii tonight is that the attorney for the Hamilton family says he believes the captain and crew might have been able to do more to avoid colliding with that whale.
Right there.
From the time the whale was spotted until the impact, there was absolutely no maneuver by the ship to avoid the whale, nor any decrease in speed.
Freed says the captain of the American Dream and passengers spotted the whale up to 300 yards away from where the collision happened off the coast of Hawaii. This home video taken just before the crash that killed 3-year-old Riker Hamilton shows the boat approaching the area where the whale surfaced.
Inattention by the captain, and there's been some statements to the effect that he had dropped something and wasn't even looking forward at the time of the impact, and there was no change in speed until after the impact.
The Coast Guard's preliminary investigation cleared the ship's captain of any wrongdoing last week, but the Hamilton family may sue the company that owns the whale-watching boat if attorneys find enough evidence that the captain violated federal guidelines intended to protect marine mammals.
You can't chase the animal, don't approach it head-on, and basically maintain a 50-yard distance. But that's not to say that these as wild animals don't come up on their own.
Now, at this point, the attorney does believe the captain is responsible. He does say that he's hoping to reach an agreement with the company out of court, David.
All right, thanks, Kay. Now to a developing story on the peninsula where a Hampton police officer is recovering from head and neck injuries tonight after a speeding driver being chased by state police crashed into his vehicle. The pursuit started early this morning on Interstate 64 near County Street. It ended near the Armistead Road exit when the suspect rear-ended the cruiser of a Hampton police officer who was conducting a traffic stop. Police say that suspect, Charles Scott, jumped out of his car and ran, but was then arrested by Hampton canine officers. Scott is facing a long list of charges, including reckless driving and felony eluding. Newport News police have arrested 2 men for a Valentine's Day murder. 26-year-old Javon Booth and 28-year-old Shelton Lee Marshall Hardy are charged in the murder of Roosevelt Ferguson. Police found Ferguson in a home on 40th Street back on February 14th. He had been shot at least once. On what should be a night of celebration, a mother and father led a candlelight vigil for their murdered son. This would be Marcus McGee Jr.'s 20th birthday, but last month he was shot and killed in broad daylight on the busy campus of Norfolk State University. Fox 43's Mary Kay Maloney joins us live from outside the 2nd Calvary Baptist Church in Norfolk. That's where tonight's vigil took place. Mary Kay.
You know, talking to Marcus McGee's mother and father was just amazing. Despite how much pain they're in, they were saying that they don't have any hatred for the man accused of killing their son. In fact, McGee's father pleaded with the young men in the crowd, asking them don't even think about revenge, but instead have forgiveness and compassion. That's how they wanted to mark this night that should have been their son's 20th birthday.
Happy birthday, happy birthday.
They marched through the streets of Norfolk, headed to the very spot on the campus of Norfolk State University where 19-year-old Marcus McGee was murdered. The crowd was full of McGee's friends and family. This is his mother.
I mean, he keep you laughing. I miss my son so. Take my hand, precious Lord.
During the vigil, McGee's father broke down in tears. His son's death has left so many people hurting.
He didn't have a ballpoint pen in his pocket when them 9mm bullets ripped his body apart.
It was a murder that happened right in the middle of a busy NSU campus. Police arrested this man, Tony Robinson, and charged him with killing McGee.
I can imagine what his mother's going through because I'm going through something. She's hurting, but my heart is broken because all I have is memories and pictures.
You know, I'm standing up here now trying to be strong, but it hurts. You know, the man didn't even begin to live his life. You know, all this stuff just needs to stop.
And there were messages warning kids away from violence.
So you don't got to be thugged out or selling no drugs, because I took that path and it's led me to sent me to penitentiary. So, you know, I don't want y'all brothers to have to go through that, what I've been through.
Marcus's mother and father were saying they don't want their son to die in vain, and they hope that his death is sort of like a wake-up call to the community that hopefully will cut back some on the violence. David.
All right, thanks, Mary Kay. Mary Kay Maloney live in Norfolk tonight. We have new information tonight about an officer involved in a shooting in Williamsburg on Christmas Eve. It happened off Merrimack Trail when a Williamsburg officer and a James City County officer were serving a warrant. Investigators say during a struggle, the suspect threatened one of the officers with what appeared to be a weapon. After a warning, police say the James City County officer shot the man in the stomach in self-defense. We now know the name of that suspect, Charles Frederick Watson. He's in the hospital listed in stable condition. A 35-year-old Virginia Beach man is in critical condition after being carjacked and shot. It happened Saturday night on 30th Street in Newport News. Police say the man was found lying in somebody's backyard, his Lexus gone. We're told there's no indication this crime was drug-related. If you have any information that could help police in this, call the crime line, the number at the bottom of your screen, 1-888-LOCK-YOU-UP. Norfolk police need your help finding the person responsible for a burglary at Tidewater Fleet Supply. This, if you look carefully, is a picture taken from surveillance video. This is the person police think is responsible for the Christmas Day burglary on Tate Terrace in Norfolk. Police also think the same person could be involved in other area burglaries. If you know who this is, you're asked to call the crime line.
Still to come on Fox 43 News at 10.
Straight ahead, another case of vandalism in Hampton Roads that appears to be a hate crime. The victim, once again, a Jewish teenager. And this is the new underground drug of the 21st century. Most of us have it in our medicine cabinets right now. Why cough syrup can cause more harm than you think. Coming up. And a little later, more police video. A man speeds off from a traffic stop in Texas and takes an officer with him. The cruiser dashboard camera records the whole thing. And another big holiday week.
Yeah, another big holiday week. All the kids are off school, and we're looking okay, except for one thing. You can't miss it in our forecast. We do have a little bit of rain headed our way. Tell you all about it.
You're watching your late news, first on Fox, with Nicole Livis and David Nelson. This is Fox 43 News at 10.
The biggest celebration in Ford's history is coming to an end. You have just 10 days, 100 hours to get the best deals of the year. Now, during Ford's year-end event, get up to $3,750 cash back on Ford cars, trucks, and sport utility vehicles. Or choose 0% financing for up to 5 years. That's a savings of up to $7,000 in finance charges. The biggest celebration, the best deals of the year, one proven leader. Hurry, this 10-day event ends January 2nd.
Hold on, my signal's all funny. Is that better? There? I'm losing you.
What is that? Tai Chi? No, she just needs a new wireless provider.
Hello?
And she'd have to get a new number.
Hello?
Now that is a crime.
Do we think alike or what? Switch to Alltel today. Get a network you can count on and keep your current number. Get 1,000 local anytime minutes, unlimited nights, weekends, and mobile-to-mobile minutes, plus a phone for just 99 cents. Your number on a more reliable network?
You got that right.
Alltel.
Where would you be without your buds?
I like to bathe with friends. They can reach places you can't.
That 70s Show.
Weeknights at 5:30 and 7:30.
Wrap it up. I'll take it. Wrap it up. I'll take it.
Chevy's giving you one more chance to wrap up the year with $4,000 total cash back on a 2004 Chevy Trailblazer. Plus, no payments for 90 days when you finance through your dealer in GMAC. Hurry, offer ends January 2nd. The Chevy year-end wrap-up.
Wrap it up.
$4,000 total cash back plus no payments for 90 days. Offer ends January 2nd.
Your year-end bonus is ready at Priority Chevrolet and Priority Toyota. Over 1,000 cars and trucks. Big bonuses you can apply to our already low prices. Bonuses as high as $9,600. Camrys, Malibus, Tahoes, 4Runners, Suburbans, pickups. Every new and used car and truck. 0% interest on many models and no down payment financing. All with Priority Plus. Factory service and maintenance for 2 years or 24,000 miles. No charge. The year-end bonus sale at Priority Toyota and Priority Chevrolet. We put you first.
This segment of Fox 43 News is brought to you by your local Jeep dealer.
The trail-rated Jeep Grand Cherokee with available Quadra-Track 4-wheel drive. It's at home in any environment. And now, during the Jeep year-end sales drive, get 0% financing for 60 months. Plus, during these final days, get a $500 holiday bonus and $750 in military bonus cash. But hurry, these offers end January 2nd.
For the second time in just 4 days, a Jewish teenager in Hampton Roads is the target of what appears to be a hate crime. And once again, the messages of hate are left on a car. The first one was discovered last Friday in Virginia Beach. And then this morning, another disturbing discovery in the 4100 block of Kelowna Road in Portsmouth. Fox 43's Derek Wing picks up the story from there.
19-year-old Amanda watched the news last week and had the same reaction as many others when she saw Gal Cohen's car covered in trash and swastikas.
I felt so bad for that guy, the kid whose car got vandalized. I felt bad for him, you know, thinking maybe it was just an isolated thing, but I guess it's not.
That's because early this morning, the 19-year-old and her mother, who lives in Portsmouth, found the same kind of hate on her car.
I saw spray-painted swastikas, Heil Hitler, 4 slashed tires, caulking in the locks, and caulking all over the car.
And the antenna broken.
And the antenna broken off.
And while the symbols and words were drawn and spelled incorrectly, their message of hate was clear.
It's confusing because we don't bother anybody.
What makes this crime even worse for Amanda isn't the fact that the vandals targeted her religion right after Hanukkah. For her, it was the extra stress put on her as she prepares to give birth to her first child.
I've been in early labor for a week now. The doctors gave me a week, so we're thinking, you know, I've been having the contractions this morning, so thinking any time now.
But Amanda says no amount of hateful words will ever change who she is.
I'm Jewish. I'm proud to be Jewish. And they can spray paint my car 1,000 times. They can spray paint my house. They can threaten me. They can say whatever they want to, but I'm very proud to be Jewish, and I always will be.
Derek Wing, Fox 43 News.
Amanda and her mom say this is the third time in 4 years they've been targets of hate. If you know anything about this vandalism, police want to hear from you. Call the crime line, 1-888-LOCK-YOU-UP. Chesapeake police arrested this man, 22-year-old Lee Chenoweth, and charged him with slashing tires in the Logan's Mill neighborhood. Chenoweth lives in the same area where the vandalisms happened. Police say more than 60 vehicles were struck in the past 2 months alone. All the cars were sitting in a driveway or parked along the street. Don't come unglued now, but Chesapeake residents who don't have a new city sticker are stuck for now. The city of Chesapeake announced today that there's a delay in issuing city decals because the manufacturer is late in delivering them. The stickers were supposed to go on sale today, but will not be delivered now until January 20th. You still have time to get your decal by the February 17th deadline. More information on that, you can call the Treasurer's Office. The number is 382-6281, or you can log on to the city's website, cityofchesapeake.net. And Don, you know, you got to love this time of year whenever the temperature rises up into the mid-60s and the sun is out. It's perfect holiday weather.
Yeah, it really, really is. I didn't catch part of it, but again, it's been a great day. That part I caught. I want to show you what's going on. Now, don't tune me out here. We got a little bit of statistics going on. We're at the end of the year. We're at the 5th wettest year on record right now. Got a couple more days to go. So far this year, we've had 61 3/4 inches of rain in the area. The fourth wettest year. We're going to get close to this. Well, we're going to take an inch and a half to get close to that. In other words, you just subtract this from that, and you get an inch and a half. We're going to get it. Well, there's rain in the forecast. I don't think we're going to get that much rain. You can see month by month by month how much above normal we've been, and we're about 3.5 inches above normal for the month of December. Now, right now at Super Doppler 10, no rain in sight. There is some rain way on off there, and it is going to be moving on into the region. We'll set things into motion and let you know where everything is. There's the latest picture. We'll let things roll, and you can see, again, on up to the present time, scattered showers, a rumble or two of thunder down near the Gulf Coast. Not particularly huge, not real strong, and there are no watches or warnings in effect for any of this, but it is moving our way. When's it going to get here? Midnight tonight into Wednesday evening. Our future tri-computer model show you what's going on. A light southerly wind, some cloud cover moving on in from the south and the west during the overnight hours. There's where we are by 7 o'clock in the morning. We can see an isolated shower or two overnight, but more likely first thing tomorrow morning. 10 to 15 mile an hour winds bump up just a little bit overnight, certainly by the noon hour. 15 to 20 mile an hour winds. And here's the rain right over the top of us at the noon hour, and here's the cold front as well. We're going to get an inch and a half, bump up to the fourth wettest year on record. Nah, I don't think so. I think we're going to see around a quarter of an inch at best out of this, and then that's it. We're done with the rain for the year 2003. By 3 o'clock in the afternoon, we're beginning to clear on off. Northwesterly winds at 15 to 20 miles an hour. That'll usher in some cooler air into the area. 10 to 15 mile an hour winds by 7 o'clock in the evening on into Wednesday, or excuse me, the midnight hour, 10 to 15 mile an hour winds. And Wednesday morning, light northwesterly winds 5 to 10 miles an hour at the noon hour, and a light southerly wind by the end of the day on Wednesday at about 10 miles an hour. So we've got some things that are going to get a little bit cooler for tomorrow, but not that awfully bad. Right now through the area, mostly clear skies. It's 50 in Newport News, 55 in Norfolk, and 56 degrees at the beach. A little bit wider view of things on our weather net, showing you what's going on. Low to mid 50s throughout the entire area, Virginia and North Carolina, and skies are mostly clear. Here's what we've got going on overnight. We're going to see some rain later on, more toward the pre-dawn hours. Temperatures only dropping to between 50 and 53. Pretty much where they are, a degree or two lower as possible, but not too awfully much. 49 to 52 into the Hampton Road cities, and mid to upper 40s for the Middle Peninsula, Northern Neck, and Eastern Shore. Coming up during the day tomorrow. Now, it's not going to be all that bad a day. We'll see some morning showers and a high temperature reached early in the day, likely by around 2, 3 o'clock in the afternoon, 3 o'clock at the latest, around 60, 63 degrees. Hampton Roads area, 59 to 63 degrees. Rain in the morning, and for the Middle Peninsula, Northern Neck, Eastern Shore, around 55 to 58 degrees. Coming up again for tomorrow, some morning showers, not a total washout for the morning. During the afternoon, pretty rapid clearing. It'll cool off during the later afternoon hours as well. Highs around 62 early, then dropping later. Highs 53 on Wednesday. That's not bad. 56 Thursday. On we go into the weekend. Friday 57, 62 on Saturday. A little bit better chance of some rain coming up by Sunday and Monday, and a little bit of a hint of some colder air beyond that. These temperatures are all well above normal, quite obviously, in the upper 50s and low 60s for the most part. Again, a chance of rain tomorrow morning, a little cooler after that.
Late breaking news out of Hampton tonight, a shocking story. Police are now telling us about an armed robbery tonight at the Elks Lodge on Tide Mill Lane. Again, this is Hampton. Investigators say more than 100 people were ordered to lie on the ground while 3 people robbed the lodge and the people there. We have a crew headed to the scene, and we'll bring you more information as soon as we can.
Coming up next on Fox 43 News at 10.
Don't worry, eat beef. At least that's what the USDA is telling Americans tonight to ease the mad cow frenzy. The latest on the beef recall and whether we in Hampton Roads have anything to worry about after the break. A car trying to outrun a police officer ran off a road and crashed, killing 7 teenagers. Details on what led to the chase ahead.
Closed captioning of Fox 43 News is brought to you by Charles Barker Lexus.
Hampton Chevrolet is counting down the year with the century's biggest markdown. Markdown countdown. New 2004 Chevys take up to $8,800 off MSRP. Flamingo. 2004 Chevrolets starting at $99.95. And we'll be there with tires for life. Get financing as low as 0% and our $500 low price guarantee. But during Markdown Countdown, who needs it? Don't miss the Markdown Countdown at Hampton Chevrolet.
Come on, sales for less than we can. Hampton Chevrolet.
Hi, I'm Ron Trzynski of the Original Mattress Factory, inviting you to tour our factory and see our quality. We use heavy gauge tempered steel coils, Amish-built wood frames, and stitched cotton padding. We build our mattresses one at a time. You can see and feel the difference and compare them side by side with the national brands. Then we sell direct to you, so you save hundreds of dollars by eliminating the middleman. Come see for yourself the Original Mattress Factory. Genuine value from the inside out.
They got style.
Guess who?
Ooh, Rashida. Oh, no, this is Laquita.
They got game.
I got watching DVD.
No, thank you.
You always broke.
And on January 9th,
I'm a daddy!
these three players
How do we make it stop?
are putting the hood in fatherhood. My baby's daddy.
You want grilled cheese sandwich, man?
Rated PG-13. In theaters Friday, January 9th.
The biggest celebration in Ford's history is coming to an end. You have just 10 days, 100 hours to get the best deals of the year. Now, during Ford's year-end event, get 0% for up to 5 full years, or choose up to $37.50 cash back. Plus, for 10 days only, get an additional $500 holiday bonus cash on all Explorers, all Expeditions, and almost all F-Series. That's a total of up to $42.50 cash back. Hurry, this 10-day event ends January 2nd.
This segment of Fox 43 News is brought to you by Chevrolet.
Wrap it up. I'll take it. Wrap it up. I'll take it.
Chevy's giving you one more chance to wrap up the year with $4,000 total cash back on a 2004 Chevy Trailblazer. Plus, no payments for 90 days when you finance through your dealer in GMAC. Hurry, offer ends January 2nd. The Chevy year-end wrap-up.
Wrap it up.
$4,000 total cash back plus no payments for 90 days. Offer ends January 2nd.
There's apparently a scary new trend among America's teenagers, guzzling over-the-counter cough medicine to get high. And according to USA Today, youngsters are overdosing and ending up in hospital emergency rooms. When taken in heavy doses, an ingredient in some cough syrups can produce hallucinations and loss of motor control like PCP does. Police say at least 5 people have died from cough syrup overdoses in the past 2 years. The USDA is trying to save the day for the beef industry. Today, agriculture officials publicly announced the U.S. meat supply is safe to eat. They say while mad cow disease is real, a lot of the danger associated with the illness is mostly imagined. Fox's Doug Luzader separates fact from fiction.
The fear of mad cow disease taking its toll. Some 10,000 pounds of meat are being recalled. Federal officials targeting 6 western states, as well as Alaska, Hawaii, and the territory of Guam. But at the same time, they are insisting the nation's meat supply is safe.
The recalled beef presents an essentially zero risk to consumers.
Mad cow disease was found in a single cow in the state of Washington. Some of the meat had already been processed, but federal investigators say the infected parts of the cow did not enter the food supply. Nevertheless, U.S. officials are intercepting shipments, and a number of countries are banning imports of U.S. meat, including Japan, a $1 billion market. At the same time, investigators here at the Department of Agriculture are trying to trace back the origins of the infected cow to see if other herds could be at risk, and to see if Canada may be involved. Using the ear tags commonly attached to cattle, the Department of Agriculture was able to trace the cow back to a Canadian herd, and now DNA tests are underway. Canada had a case of mad cow disease earlier this year.
Our primary line of inquiry would lead us back to a farm in Alberta, Canada, recognizing that we don't have absolute confirmation at this point in time.
And the cow is believed to have been born before new cattle feed regulations went into effect to prevent the disease, a disease that the U.S. beef industry says has already cost it at least 90% of its export business. In Washington, Doug Luzader, Fox News.
Health officials in China are investigating a suspected new case of SARS. A TV producer in China is suspected of having severe acute respiratory syndrome. He, in fact, would be the first case since the global outbreak was declared over back in July. Officials expect results from his tests within a few days. SARS has infected about 8,000 people and killed about 800 in nearly 30 countries. There are signs of life in Iran following that devastating earthquake. 3 victims of last week's disaster moved just as they were being lowered into graves. Doctors then declared them alive. And today, search crews found a girl alive, trapped in her home. An Iranian government official says more than 25,000 bodies have been removed from the rubble so far.
Still to come on Fox 43 News at 10.
Up next, a brutal killing in Oklahoma. An expectant mother is murdered, her unborn child ripped from her womb. Also straight ahead, caught on tape in Texas. A police officer is dragged behind a car after the driver surrenders.
Fox 43 News at 10, dedicated to bringing you the most complete coverage of all the day's events.
The Kia Sedona. It's the minivan with the government's highest safety rating and the lowest price.
Get great deals now at your Hampton Roads Kia retailers. Hurry, offer ends soon.
They thought they knew who they wanted to be.
And we'll have houses together, and we'll have babies together.
Until one teacher showed them.
What law school are you going to go to? After I graduate, I plan on getting married. And then? And then I'll be married.
Who they could become.
Let us open our minds to a different idea.
Critics are calling Mona Lisa Smile the perfect holiday movie. You will laugh, cry, and applaud. 2 thumbs up. The best picture of the year by far. Mona Lisa Smile. Rated PG-13. Now playing in theaters everywhere.
Coming up on the King of Queens, tugs down on Carrie's night class.
Grown woman in school, it's like a 40-year-old guy with braces.
He's just a little jealous.
I don't even know you anymore.
Monday night at 11, watch Fox 43.
End your year with a win at the Hyundai Win-Win Year-End Event. Win with the roomy Hyundai Santa Fe. Get up to $2,000 cash back or 0% APR on select Santa Fe's.
Save thousands over comparable Toyotas and Hondas.
And you win with America's best warranty. 10 years, 100,000 miles. So drive away a winner at the Hyundai Win-Win Year-End Event. Now through January 2nd.
Test drive a new 2004 Hyundai at your local Hyundai dealer.
America, put your hands together.
Where empty pillow, where his head used to lay.
I can't stand this anymore.
That was bloody awful. I mean, almost like a language I've never heard on Earth.
It's back. The next American Idol coming this January to Fox.
The biggest celebration in Ford's history is coming to an end. You have just 10 days, 100 hours to get the best deals of the year. Now, during Ford's year-end event, get 0% for up to 5 full years, or choose up to $37.50 cash back. Plus, for 10 days only, get an additional $500 holiday bonus cash on all Explorers, all Expeditions, and almost all F-Series. That's a total of up to $42.50 cash back. Hurry, this 10-day event ends January 2nd.
This year, get everything on your wish list. Announcing the Lincoln Mercury Wish List year-end event with savings on every Lincoln and Mercury, including Lincoln Navigator, the mid-size Lincoln Aviator, and Mercury Mountaineer. Now get a no-charge DVD entertainment system plus $2,000 cash back on every Lincoln and Mercury SUV. And see the all-new Mercury Monterey, our safest minivan ever, during the Wish List year-end event. See your Lincoln Mercury dealer today.
You're watching your late news, first on Fox, with Nicole Livis and David Nelson. This is Fox 43 News at 10.
Lots of traveling still going on across the country, across the West Coast, the southern half of the West Coast, really from the central Rockies into Southern California. They're getting a little bit of stormy weather, and we've got a cold front approaching our area with some rain as well. We'll recap our forecast coming up in just a minute. Here's national travel weather coming up for tomorrow. East Coast, obviously, we're going to see a little bit of rain, not all that much. It'll rain in Boston and New York quite a bit more. Miami, of course, 78. And a little bit cool on the West Coast. Seattle, 38. Los Angeles, 55. We'll tell you about our slightly cooler, rainy weather in just a couple of minutes.
Thanks, Don. We want to let you know about some breaking news that we're following tonight in Hampton. That's where police are telling us about an armed robbery tonight at the Elks Lodge on Tide Mill Lane. This is a map. Now, we're learning that investigators say at this point more than 150 people, most of them elderly, were ordered to lie on the ground while 3 people robbed the lodge and the people who were there. Again, this is in Hampton at the Elks Lodge on Tide Mill Lane. We have a crew headed to the scene right now. We're going to continue to follow the story here on Fox 43 News at 10 and on our sister station in about 30 minutes at 11 o'clock, Wavy TV 10. Topping news across the nation tonight, a gruesome discovery in a small town in Oklahoma. An expectant mother is found with a gunshot wound to the head, her fetus torn from her womb. Fox's Bob Stepanich has the horrific details.
21-year-old Carolyn Simpson first disappeared Monday night, just before Christmas.
Everybody just kind of in shock, like, well, where could she have went to? What's going on?
A hunter discovered a body the day after Christmas, with a 6-month-old fetus cut from the body.
Whoever could do something so brutal and barbaric, it's just too much.
Family members say Carolyn Simpson couldn't wait to have her baby, especially after doctors gave her little hope to have children.
That's all she talked about. That was her, you know, her whole life then from that point was this baby.
Carolyn Simpson grew up in Carrollton, Missouri, where she sharpened her musical talents. Family members say she even had hopes of singing professionally one day.
She could write a song, and that was her hope.
After graduating from high school, she moved to nearby Marshall, Missouri, where her mother lived. Carolyn Simpson worked at this convenience store in Marshall, Missouri, and about a year ago, she and a fellow worker decided to pick up and start a new life in Oklahoma.
None of us wanted her or Roger, either one, to, you know, go to Oklahoma. We tried to get them to stay here, but they wouldn't do it.
And it was in Oklahoma that Carolyn Simpson fulfilled her dreams of becoming a wife and a mother. And now those dreams have turned into a tragic nightmare.
A new rainstorm could trigger new mudslides in California. Just days after mudslides killed at least 14 people in San Bernardino, authorities say more rain is on the way tonight. The heaviest rainfall should arrive tomorrow. Local firehouses are making sandbags available to help stop new flooding and new mudslides. Searchers are still trying to find the bodies of 2 children believed to be buried under the mud from Thursday's mudslide. The Florida teenager whose murder conviction for the death of a 6-year-old playmate was recently overturned may be getting out of jail soon. Lionel Tate was originally convicted of first-degree murder for the death of Tiffany Unick, sentenced to life in prison without parole. But an appeals court threw out that conviction and sentencing, saying that Tate's mental competency should have been tested before trial. Tate says he was imitating pro wrestling moves he had seen on TV when Tiffany died. He's now being offered a chance to plead guilty to second-degree murder. The plea bargain would give Tate a 3-year sentence, of which he's already served all but about 3 months.
I was so happy to see Tiffany's mom so generous with her heart to reoffer the plea, that the state was willing to go do it. I think in the end everyone's going to come together, and this is a terrible tragedy for the Unick family and for the world, but I think that we've all learned a lot about the justice system and about sending kids away for the rest of their life.
This is actually the same plea deal that Tate's mother turned down before his 2001 trial. 7 North Carolina teenagers are dead following an early morning police chase. The teenagers, aged 13 to 18, were in a Dodge Intrepid that was weaving in and out of its lane, according to police. When an officer tried to pull them over, they sped up and wouldn't stop, so the officer followed them. The van hit a tree, landed upside down in a ravine. Authorities say none of the teenagers was wearing a seatbelt. No word on why the teenagers were speeding. A Fort Worth police officer is recovering after he was dragged more than 50 feet. Officer Van DeLay pulled this car over after a dealership reported somebody bought the vehicle with a bad check. The man drove off with the officer trapped. This is actual video from what happened. DeLay was treated for minor injuries and released from the hospital. Police later found the suspect in Alabama and arrested him there. In response to the heightened terror alert, undercover armed air marshals will be on some international flights to and from the U.S. now. Homeland Security officials say the move will apply to specific commercial passenger flights and cargo planes. Intelligence analysts say they're concerned about the threat of hijackers using airliners as weapons. The government has already put armed security officers on certain domestic flights.
Coming up next on Fox 43 News at 10.
'Tis the season to pucker up. You're supposed to kiss under the mistletoe and when the clock strikes midnight on New Year's Eve. But those lips you're locking may be laced with more than a little love. We'll explain that next.
The last few days of Mitsubishi's year-end clearance is your last chance to save. Get up to $4,000 factory cash on select remaining 2003 vehicles, or get 0% financing for 72 months on any one of them, like the Montero, or the Outlander, the Eclipse, even on our best-selling sedan, the Galant. And they all come with the Mitsubishi warranty. More style, more savings. The only thing you don't have is more time. Visit your Mitsubishi retailer today.
The dump is going to lose $600,000 in a single day. On Tuesday, everything that hasn't sold all year at 30 to 60% off price gets dumped, no matter what. We'll lose our shirts every gut-wrenching minute of the day, from 9 a.m. Tuesday morning to 9 p.m. Tuesday night, while our customers walk away with the bargains of a lifetime. Brand name furniture, carpet, rugs, and mattresses. You only thought you knew how much you could save at the dump. Nothing comes even close to Tuesday, the day the dump sells out.
I remember what it was like to hide in the shadows. Some things just can't be measured. But I found my way back into the sunlight, active, sharing, appreciated, with the help of Bon Secours Surgical Weight Loss Center. Our comprehensive program can help people with severe weight problems lose the weight and keep it off. The inches you lose can easily be measured. Regaining a healthier, more active life can't. Take the first step. Call 889-CARE for more information.
Nice figures. And the interest rate's not too shabby either. Hurry. Special 3.9% APR financing on all new Honda models ends January 5th.
The King of Queens is getting the once-over from a hot new waitress.
She said you were cute and funny. Got him the whole package for her.
And it goes right to his head. Where there's plenty of room.
I'm a delicious piece of man meat. You're just going to have to learn to deal with it.
It's time to meet the competition.
I'm Jill. Wow, you are really attractive.
Check it out on the next King of Queens.
Tuesday at 7 and 11 on Fox 43. This segment of Fox 43 News is brought to you by your Hampton Roads Chrysler Plymouth dealer.
What's wrong with my SUV? It was fine last year.
Trust me, Pacifica's better. Look, I'm telling you, all-wheel drive, heated second-row seats, it's perfect. See?
Oh, look cool, a navigation system so we can find our hotel.
Hotel?
Act now during the Chrysler year-end sales drive and get 0% financing for 60 months. Plus, during these final days, get an additional $1,250 cash allowance, which includes a $500 holiday bonus and $750 military bonus cash. Hurry in today.
The holidays are a time for sharing, of course, but when it comes to all the holiday greetings like hugging or kissing, you may be sharing more than you think. Fox's Christy Thompson has details on that.
Kissing under the mistletoe, kissing friends and family, smooching your mate, or even that person next to you at that big New Year's bash. During the holidays, you're doing more kissing than ever.
I'm spending the holidays with my family and my friends, and yes, we're very, very affectionate.
Unfortunately, on New Year's Eve, there's no one special, so as far as kissing goes, I guess I'll take any offer that comes my way.
But how healthy is all that holiday kissing? Research shows that kissing is great for psychological well-being and even has physical benefits, for example, lowering blood pressure. But according to infectious disease expert Dr. Brent Richards-Wise, there's a downside.
Well, the downside of kissing this holiday season would want to be flu transmission. We know that the flu season is early this year and may be severe, as well as cold sore transmission. We know that 50 to 80% of the population has the virus that can cause cold sores, and you don't necessarily need an active sore to spread the virus.
So does that mean keeping your distance during the holidays?
During this holiday season, you can certainly still be social. You can be affectionate, you can embrace your friends, you can kiss your family. You just need to use common sense.
Here's a few simple tips for healthier holiday kissing. Don't feel pressure to kiss people if they're sick. There are other ways to show affection, such as putting your arm around them. Let people know if you're not feeling well. They'll appreciate your consideration. Treat cold sores as soon as they begin to emerge.
Left untreated, a cold sore can last for 7 to 10 days. Early treatment with a topical antiviral cream such as Zovirax, which is available from your physician, will reduce the symptoms of both the pain and the physical sore by several days. And in this holiday season, it will allow you to be more affectionate with your friends and family.
With a little care, you can have yourself a Merry Kissmas and still have a happy and healthy New Year. I'm Christy Thompson.
Hi, my name is Specialist Morris Johnson here at the medical company in Indianapolis, and I'd like to say Merry Christmas to Steph, Casey, and Nathaniel in Virginia Beach, Virginia.
The biggest celebration in Ford's history is coming to an end. You have just 10 days, 100 hours to get the best deals of the year. Now, during Ford's year-end event, get 0% for up to 5 full years, or choose up to $37.50 cash back. Plus, for 10 days only, get an additional $500 holiday bonus cash on all Explorers, all Expeditions, and almost all F-Series. That's a total of up to $42.50 cash back. Hurry, this 10-day event ends January 2nd.
Attention Hampton Roads business owners. You are now entering Kimnock Ford Commercial Truck Country. No matter how big the job may be, Kimnock Ford has the truck to fit your needs and your budget. As the newest member of the Business Preferred Network of Ford Motor Company, Kimnock now has one of the largest inventories of commercial F-Series trucks and E-Series work vans to choose from. Stop by and see Buddy Johnson, Scott Gordon, or Cliff Shine for your new work truck. Get into Kimnock Ford Truck Country today.
Where would you be without your buds?
I like to bathe with friends. They can reach places you can't.
That 70s Show.
Weeknights at 5:30 and 7:30.
It's a Simple Life Marathon.
Do y'all want to help me pluck some chicken? I'm not plucking anything except my eyebrows.
4 episodes, back to back.
Really get harsh with them.
Catch up with TV's hottest show.
What is Walmart? It's like they sell wall stuff?
The Simple Life Marathon at 8 Fox Tuesday.
Where would you be without your buds?
I like to bathe with friends. They can reach places you can't.
That 70s Show.
Weeknights at 5:30 and 7:30.
It's a markdown countdown. First Team Hyundai is selling every new Hyundai at invoice. Plus, you keep the rebates. Invoices will be made public. Rebates will be posted. And new Hyundais include tires for life. Get 0% financing and America's best warranty. 10 years, 100,000 miles. Just announced. Current Hyundai owners take an additional $2,000 off. That's $2,000 below invoice. And the rebates are yours to keep through New Year's Day at First Team Hyundai in Newport News.
On a special True Calling Marathon, what if you had the power to change the future?
Help me.
By reliving the past.
People ask for my help. Dead people. After that, the day restarts, and I have a chance to save them from dying.
Catch the first 4 episodes of the series the New York Times calls a stylish thriller. I came here to help you.
He came here to kill you.
Eliza Dushku.
I'm here to help you.
Help me with what?
Live to see tomorrow.
A True Calling Marathon.
January 3rd at 1 on Fox 43.
We have some changes in store for tomorrow, but they're not going to be huge. We'll see a few scattered rain showers through the area, generally under 1/4 of an inch through the region, and then pretty rapid clearing during the afternoon. Highs around 62 fairly early in the day, and temperatures don't drop all that much for Wednesday, around 53, 56. Next shot at some rain comes over the weekend. Looks like Saturday late on into Monday, a few scattered showers tomorrow morning, then a bit cooler.
All right, thanks, Don. Coming up in just 15 minutes at 11 o'clock over on our sister station, Wavy News 10, the latest on the breaking news out of Hampton tonight, the Elks Lodge on Tide Mill Lane. Armed robbers broke in there tonight and ordered 150 people, most elderly, to lie on the ground while they robbed them. We do have a crew on the scene. We expect to have a live report coming up again in 15 minutes on Wavy. Sports is next.